Okay, hello everyone, it's the Hairy Viking here. Sorry for the long absence. Life intruded, as it does. So I have been rather slack in making some videos, and also on actually following stuff on the website. I'm really sorry, it's been so busy. But I have not been a total slacker. I have actually still been doing every night or every other night, you know, just like as much as I could on my war wagon. So there has been some significant progress, which is great. So I'm just going to try and get, it's a bit hard here with the light, I'm just going to try and get this light right. Sorry. So anyway, there has been some significant progress, as you can see. Basically what I've done is I have weathered the war wagon. I have basically started to apply areas of rust and stuff, and apply the gold leaf to various things. These bits here I was very happy with. I've done them gold, but I'm just going to leave basically the surrounds gold. Sorry, the surrounds gold, and what I'm going to do is the actual, you know, spiky bits here. I'm going to paint metallic like the rest of the battle wagon. So started on the wheels. I have used a combination of stuff on this actually. What I've used for the metallics is this stuff. Which I'm really fond of, which is the Liquid Vallejo range, copper, gold, old gold. This stuff's an alcohol-based paint, and the pigments are microscopic, and it like goes on and shines like the real thing. In fact, it was so shiny. It was so shiny that I actually had to give this stuff like a coat down with some Seraphim sepia. Because it was just too shiny. It stood out like dog's balls actually. It stood out so much. So, and then because it's all quite rusty and worn, I sort of wanted to get a bit of like definition in here. So the wheels, I've made the wood quite bright. These will obviously dull down a bit once I apply the weathering to them, you know, like the mud and the tracks, and do the base. Like a lot of this will be covered, but I want some sort of like brighter areas, sort of like to draw the eye, and just to give it a bit of zing, because the rest of it's quite dull, you know. And especially when I've finished, you know, doing it, like the interior here is quite brown. Sorry about all the shadows here, but getting the light right, it's really hard. The light brown, it kind of merges in with the metallic, so I'd like to brighten that up a bit. I mean, it's actually better in person than it is, you know, like on the camera. There's more definition. You can see a greater definition between spaces. And also here where the rope ladder is, this will be wood, so just to give a bit of visual definition to the area. So that's on the cards for that. But that's basically what I've done so far. So here's a real close-up of it all. Oh, too close, sorry. So here's a nice close-up of it all. As it comes on. So yeah, so that's that one. I've also been working on the gun carriage. This has come along significantly since the last time. This is it here. And basically, this is a kind of a lot shinier. Sorry, I need to change the angle here. That's better. So yeah, so this is quite a bit shinier than the others. Quite a bit shinier than the others, and has come out quite nicely, I think. So it's the same sort of thing here. Basically, I've just applied weathering to dull it all down and make it, oops, focus. All right. The gold trim sort of just gives it some visual definition, breaks up the spaces of the piece. Just gives it a bit of eye candy, really. The rest of it is quite weathered and worn, so you can see that it's been in the wars. A lot of staining, a lot of rust. And basically, that then fits on to the battle wagon like so. And at this point, obviously, it can still be, although you know, be gentle because it sticks. Whoops, you know, it can still be positioned. So I haven't set it up yet. But that's sort of, yep, that's the look right there. And then the two Death Cow Beasties are well on the way now. So basically they have been, I've done this a kind of a strange way, but it's working really well, like, because I've used the same thing on the battle wagon and the bombard there. So basically what I've done is I've dry brushed these initially after their original base coat in black, with a combination of browns and oranges, to different areas, and you know, in different sort of opacities, so that it's rusty. It's very hard to see on here, like on the camera it kind of looks just black, but it's not. It's like there's very faint bits of red and orange. And so basically what I've done is I've done that, given it an armor wash with which was 2 parts Nuln Oil to 1 part Agrax Earthshade and 1 part of Dragonhof Nightshade, because I really like the Citadel shades and inks. And that's given it this lovely colour. So now basically what I'm doing is I'm starting the dry brushing process, and I'm getting it back up to sort of, you know, like metallic armour, to a sort of a gunmetal level of brightness, and then like very sort of like lighter highlights on the top, just down through the top down here through to sort of the mid-range, and then beginning with the rust. So then I'll start dry brushing and stippling various browns and oranges onto the armour, obviously more from the bottom, going less and less as we get up to the top, because it's going to pretty much, you know, be splattered with crap. So I have to do all that first before I can start on like the fur and fleshy bits, because there's not much of them, funnily enough. It's pretty much all armour. There's only a very few pieces, and so it's just going to be so much easier to get all the dry brushing and crap out of the way with first. And so that's pretty much where I'm up to now. I'm just going for a close-up because I just love these things. Hey, like, these are just so awesome. And they just look great, man. It's like, seriously, if you had to go riding into battle, I'd want one of these things. It's like, just stick a saddle on that crap and go. Yeah, it's a killer machine. I'm going to do these areas here on the, it's hard to see, but these areas here and here on the horns are like metal caps. I'm going to do them in gold. Also, I'm going to do gold trim around the edges here on the edges of the plates, to just give some definition, and then we'll dull that back down with Seraphim Sepia to match the gold on the battle wagon. So that's pretty much what's in store. I'm hoping to get some more of this done today, because I actually have a day off, and I'm gonna put some washing on shortly and get that crap out of the way. And while that's spending its 2 hours in the front load cycle of hell, I'll get some stuff done. So I'm really happy with my progress, if a bit disappointed with the fact that I haven't checked out anyone else's videos or actually put up a video since the one when I said I was going to do one a day later. So like 2 weeks later, here I am. So I'm sorry about that. And I will try and catch up because I've got a day spare today, so I'm just going to pretty much amuse myself by going through the YouTube and Google Plus stuff from you guys, because it'll be awesome to see where everyone's up to and if anyone's even remotely as slack as I am. And then these guys are going to be next because I'm really looking forward to doing these. So, and I want to see the driver and the gunner in there, and they'll also bring a bit of colour to the piece. But first, bad boy cows. So thank you for listening to my ramble and all the dribble that went along with this video. So I hope you like the piece as it stands now. And I look forward to getting it more and more towards completion, hopefully, you know, over the next few days. And I'll try and answer some of those the questions, you know, those extra questions and stuff, but that's probably going to be in another video, and I'll probably do a few at a time because I'm not sort of like averaging one video a day, so I'm just obviously doing as I can as I get myself more organised. Alright, so once again, thanks guys, and I look forward to seeing everything that you've done. Take it easy.